60% of what parents pay for a premium diaper does not go to the absorbent core, the leak barriers, or the dermatological testing. It goes to retail shelf placement, celebrity endorsements, and a marketing apparatus designed to make you feel like a bad parent if you choose the cheaper box. 5 diaper brands are on this list, 3 whose price is built on logo, equity, retail positioning, and fear-based advertising, 2 where your money actually reaches the diaper your baby wears, starting at number 5 with a brand whose margin structure tells a story the packaging was never designed to tell. Number 5. Pampers sets the stage for a pricing pattern that runs through this entire category. The flagship Swaddlers line retails between $32 and $42 for a box of count sizes that works out to roughly 30 to 40 cents per diaper, depending on the size tier and retailer. Pampers is owned by Procter & Gamble, a conglomerate reporting gross margins in the range of 48 to 52% across its consumer health and baby care divisions. The absorbent core in the Swaddlers uses a combination of wood pulp fluff and sodium polyacrylate gel, a formulation that has been the category standard since the mid-1990s and is shared in various iterations by virtually every diaper manufacturer operating out of major production facilities in North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia. The proprietary element Pampers markets most aggressively, the wetness indicator and the branded Softflex waistband, contributes a material cost increment estimated by consumer goods analysts at well under 2 cents per unit. The rest of the price differential over store brands is absorbed by a global advertising budget that Procter & Gamble allocates in the hundreds of millions of dollars annually to its baby care segment alone. The result, you are not buying a more absorbent diaper. You are buying the most expensive media campaign in the baby care aisle. Pampers has a pronounced markup, but among mainstream brands, this is only the beginning. Number 4, Huggies takes the markup game further in a specific and measurable direction. The Little Snugglers newborn line retails at a per diaper cost that runs between 31 and 41 cents, functionally identical in price tier to Pampers, with the same sodium polyacrylate absorbent core and a wetness indicator that operates on the same basic chemical principle as every competing product in the category. Huggies is owned by Kimberly-Clark Corporation, which also owns Pull-Ups, Goodnights, and Depend, brands spanning the entire continuum of absorbency needs from infancy through adult incontinence. The common thread across these brands is not manufacturing differentiation. In documented supply chain analyses and consumer goods industry reporting, Kimberly-Clark's diaper production is consolidated across a limited number of manufacturing facilities, with product specification differences between premium and mid-tier lines running far narrower than the retail price gap would imply. Kimberly-Clark's gross margins in its personal care segment have been reported at approximately 35 to 40%. What distinguishes Huggies from its Kimberly-Clark siblings on shelf is not the absorbent structure. It is the licensing of the Huggies brand identity, which carries a wholesale premium that retailers pass directly to the consumer. Verdict: the brand name is the product, the diaper is secondary. Huggies closes a familiar chapter, but the next brand introduces a variable that neither Pampers nor Huggies is willing to discuss openly. What happens when a premium position brand is manufactured in a facility that also supplies private label output at a fraction of the retail price? Number 3, Honest Company diapers represent the most strategically sophisticated markup in this ranking because the pricing mechanism is not pure conglomerate scale, it is mission-based premium. Honest Company diapers retail at between 38 and 50 cents per diaper at major online and brick-and-mortar retailers, placing them at or above Pampers and Huggies on a per-unit basis. The brand markets itself on plant-based materials, hypoallergenic certification, and the absence of certain fragrance and lotion additives. A review of the Federal Trade Commission complaint history and third-party ingredient transparency audits reveals a documented gap between the brand's ingredient claims and its actual formulations, resulting in a class action filed against Honest Company over its cleaning and personal care products. While the diaper line was not the primary subject of that litigation, the pattern of aspirational ingredient marketing without complete compositional transparency applies broadly to the brand's positioning. The absorbent core in Honest Company diapers relies on the same sodium polyacrylate gel technology used across the category. The plant-based cover layer is real but contributes a negligible cost increment to the unit. What the consumer pays for above the commodity core is the lifestyle positioning, the subscription model margin, and the celebrity co-founder legacy that the brand has spent heavily to maintain through its public company phase. For the consumer, the premium is paid for an ethical narrative, not a demonstrably superior absorbent performance. Before the next brand, you need 3 practical tests, 3 things you can verify before you commit to any diaper at any price point. First, read the absorbency specification on the label. Look for the SAP count, which stands for superabsorbent polymer, or any stated absorbency rating in milliliters. Premium brands rarely publish this figure. The brands that do are telling you they are confident the number holds up. The ones that do not are telling you something else. Second, the physical test at the shelf. Take 2 diapers from different price tiers in the same size, press the absorbent core flat between your fingers, count the surface area of the inner pad relative to the total diaper surface. In independent consumer testing, store brand diapers in the United States consistently match or exceed the absorbent pad-to-diaper ratio of premium brands in the same size class. Third, find the parent company. Search the brand name alongside the words parent company or owned by. If the premium brand and the store brand beside it report to the same manufacturer or are produced in overlapping facilities, the core product is functionally identical. The price difference is a marketing decision, not an engineering one. Every video on this channel applies these same tests. No brand deals, no sponsorships. If that is useful to you, you know where the button is. Number 2, Louvre stands out as the entry point where the pricing model begins to reflect the actual cost of the product rather than the cost of the brand. Love's retails at between 13 and 18 cents per diaper, placing it at roughly half the per unit cost of Pampers Swaddlers. Here's the detail this ranking was built to expose. Love's is also owned by Procter & Gamble, the same parent company, the same supply chain infrastructure. Industry reporting and consumer goods supply chain analyses have consistently noted that Love's diapers are manufactured in overlapping production environments with Pampers, using the same category standard absorbent core technology. What is different is not the factory. What is different is the marketing investment. Love's operates with a comparatively minimal advertising footprint. It does not sponsor parenting influencer campaigns. It does not run national television spots positioning the product as a symbol of parental love. The result is a per-unit cost that compresses the Procter & Gamble margin and passes a meaningful portion of that gap to the consumer. A 2021 consumer laboratory comparative test published by a major U.S. consumer advocacy organization found no statistically significant performance difference between Love's and Pampers Swaddlers in leak prevention or skin dryness measures across a standard overnight wear trial. Here, real absorbent performance is in honest alignment with a price that does not carry a celebrity endorsement on top of it. Love's takes a direct approach that the next brand takes one measurable step further, because Love still operates within the Procter & Gamble retail distribution model. Number 1 does not. Number 1, Kirkland signature diapers from Costco deliver a level of transparency that stands alone in this category. Kirkland diapers retail at between 9 and 13 cents per diaper, depending on size, making them the lowest per unit cost option in a direct comparison against every brand on this list. Kirkland signature diapers are manufactured by Huggies under contract with Costco, a documented manufacturing relationship that places the Kimberly-Clark production infrastructure behind a product sold at a fraction of the Huggies retail price. This is not speculation. It is a supply chain arrangement that has been reported in consumer goods trade publications and confirmed through independent product composition testing by consumer advocacy organizations. The absorbent core, the inner liner, and the leak guard architecture in Kirkland diapers test as functionally equivalent to Huggies Snug and Dry in the same size tier. What Costco eliminates is the Huggies brand premium, the wholesale distributor margin, the national advertising spend, and the retail shelf placement fee. A family changing 8 diapers a day on a newborn purchasing Kirkland versus Pampers Swaddlers saves between $2,000 and $3,000 over the 18 months of peak diaper use. That figure does not represent a compromise in performance. It represents the cost of 2 brand logos. Verdict: the diaper is a Kimberly-Clark diaper. The price is a Costco price. Across the 5 brands analyzed, one pattern stands out above every other variable. In the diaper category, the correlation between retail price and absorbent performance is effectively 0 at any point above the functional baseline. What the price buys is marketing infrastructure, retail positioning, and the emotional architecture of parental anxiety. The highest priced options on this list are not safer, more absorbent, or better engineered for a newborn's skin. They are better advertised. In a category where the fear of making the wrong choice is the primary sales mechanism, the most useful thing a parent can do is follow the supply chain, not the tagline. The product inside the premium box and the product inside the Costco box are in documented manufacturing terms the same product. Choose with your head. Buy for your baby.